Today we are going to try and solve a modern nutritional puzzle, one that might feel, a little too familiar. It's a real head scratcher, and it all kicks off with one simple question.
Have you ever done everything right with your diet? I mean, filtered water, all the clean foods, the whole 9 yards, but you still felt kind of off? And then you look out your window and there's a squirrel or a raccoon just thriving on literal garbage. How does that even work? Well, that's the paradox we're digging into.
So you've got this stark contrast, right? On one side, you have us with our meticulous plans and spreadsheets. On the other, you have pure animal instinct. You'd think our way would be foolproof, but reality? Well, it's a lot more complicated. The answer, as we're about to see, is buried in the tiny details of what we eat, and more importantly, what we're not getting.
All right, so let's start by looking in the mirror, or maybe looking at what's on our plates. Why do our best efforts to eat healthy so often fall flat?
And this right here is the heart of the issue. We just assume that healthy automatically means our bodies are getting everything they need. But that is a really dangerous assumption, because a lot of modern healthy diets are actually hiding some pretty serious nutritional gaps. It usually comes down to a few key things. For one, a lot of us get stuck in a rut, eating the same few superfoods over and over again. That lack of variety means we miss out on a ton of essential trace minerals. Then you have restrictive diets, like veganism, which, if you're not super careful, can leave you short on things like B12 or iron your body can actually use. And get this, even a healthy low-fat diet can totally backfire by stopping your body from absorbing crucial fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E.
But wait, it gets even more complicated. Because it's not just about the choices we're making. The food itself has changed. Seriously, the broccoli you eat today is not the same as the broccoli your grandparents ate.
So why is that? Well, two big reasons. First, decades and decades of intensive farming have literally stripped our soil of vital minerals. And second, we spent that time breeding crops to be bigger, grow faster, and last longer on a shelf, not to be more nutritious. The result? That beautiful big carrot just doesn't have the same nutritional firepower it did 50 years ago.
Okay, so even if the food does have the nutrients, that's still no guarantee your body can actually get to them. And that's because of these things called anti-nutrients. They're totally natural compounds in a lot of healthy plant foods that can literally block your body from absorbing key minerals.
Spinach is the perfect example. We all know it's packed with iron, right? But spinach also has these compounds called oxalates, and what they do is latch onto the iron while it's in your gut. This chemical bond means your body can't absorb it, so all that good iron just passes right through you, completely unused. It really shows why what you eat isn't the same as what you absorb.
And this is all so critical because, well, look at us. Our needs are huge. The human brain alone, just by itself, burns through about 20% of our daily energy. And it needs a constant, steady drip of those specific micronutrients, like the iron and B vitamins that can be so hard to absorb. Our high-maintenance brains really set us apart in the animal kingdom.
All right, so we've seen the hurdles on the human side of the fence. Now, let's flip the script. Let's head out into the wild and see what animals are doing that we're not. What's their secret?
It turns out animals aren't just munching on things at random. They have this incredible, built-in instinct with a fantastic name, zoopharmacognosy. It basically means they instinctively know how to self-medicate. They'll actively seek out specific plants or eat certain types of soil or insects to get exactly what their bodies are telling them they need. It's like they have their own internal pharmacist.
And think about a predator. Unlike us, when we just grill up a steak, which is muscle meat, a carnivore in the wild eats the whole animal. They get the organs, which are bursting with vitamins. They get the bones for calcium. They get the blood, which is full of iron. They're getting the complete nutritional package, while we're just picking out one part of it.
But, and this is a really, really important catch, we have to remember the brutal reality of nature. In the wild, if an animal gets a nutritional deficiency, it gets weak. It can't hunt, it can't escape predators, it can't reproduce, it fails. So the healthy, thriving animals we see, they're the survivors. They are the end result of a very harsh filtering process.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. How do we solve this puzzle? It's time to put all the evidence together and deliver the final verdict in this case.
When you lay it all out like this, side by side, the problem becomes crystal clear. Our diet is limited and comes from depleted soil. Our environment is often sterile, with filtered water and not enough sun. Our lifestyle is full of stress.
Wild animals, their diet, their environment, and their lifestyle are all perfectly in sync. The issue is what you'd call a massive evolutionary mismatch.
And that is the real takeaway here. It's not that animals have some kind of magic health secret. It's simpler than that. They are just living in a way that is perfectly aligned with their biology. Their food, their instincts, their world, it all fits together. We, on the other hand, are running ancient biological software in a modern world it was never, ever designed for.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. Is this puzzle really about how healthy animals are? Or is it about how profoundly disconnected we've become from our own biology? It's definitely some food for thought. Thanks for diving in with me on this one.